Welcome students. In this video, we will be discussing the recursive approach of removing duplicate elements from sorted linked list. Okay, fine. So now we already have the iterative implementation. Now for which we are going to write the corresponding recursive approach. So the recursive approach return type also we will take it as void. Name is going to be R remove nodes, recursive remove node, remove duplicates. R remove duplicates, okay, and it is going to take the two arguments. One is p pointer, the other one is q pointer. So it is struct node star p comma struct node star q. Okay, now inside this function, now what we need to do is this loop we need to convert it into recursive one. Same condition we will check. If q not equal to null, if q not equal to null, it's not uppercase q, it's lowercase q. If q not equal to null, then what we can do is we can go ahead with a recursive code, because see, if q not equal to null, whatever the condition that you provided to while loop, the same you can provide it to if condition. So convert while to if. Now you need to verify inside this further that if p of data, if it is equal to q of data, if p of data equal to q of data, what I need to do? First thing, p of next should be changed to q of next, and q should be changed to p. Yes, but deleting q, what we will do? That's the important question that we have. Okay, that's an important question that we have. So so the address of q of next is very important, am I right? The address of q of next is very important actually. So okay, we will just leave this free of q. We will leave free of q and we will do all the other process here in the recursive strategy. Okay, if this condition is true, I will just place a recursive call. Okay, I will just place a recursive call because p of next is actually given q of next and q is equal to p of next. Okay, so what I will do is p of next equal to that. See, there is no argument called as p of next, so that I need to do manually. So p of next is equal to q of next, that we will do manually. But instead of your q equal to p of next, q is one of your argument, right? So if it is one of your argument, what you can do is you can just you can call the same function recursively, r remove duplicates, and instead of p we will pass same p, but instead of q we will be passing q of next. Okay, or otherwise, sorry, we will be passing p of next. Instead of q you need to pass p of next, so p comma p of next. Okay, suppose if this condition is not true, if this condition is evaluated to false, then you have a else block to be executed, inside which you're changing the value of p and you're changing the value of q. So when both the arguments are changing, instead of which you can do a recursive call, okay, by calling the same function again. So r remove duplicates of, what is the value of p that you're changing? You're changing it into p of next. What is you're changing your q value to? You're changing it to q of next. Okay, I'm instead of p passing p of next, instead of q I'm passing q of next. Okay, so else part I will close, and also the if part I will close. If q becomes null, automatically you need to stop the process. So no need of doing anything for stopping. Automatically recursion will do, it will so descending phase will automatically will be executing. Okay, fine. So now this code, how it is going to work, that we will check with the help of stack. We will trace the code, we will trace this recursive code. Okay, fine. So we will just take a copy of this recursive code and we will probably create a new board where we can just simply paste the new code. We'll have it here. Now for this recursive code, first of all, we will take a main memory. Okay, we will take main memory, and this is main memory, and main memory consists of three parts actually. It consists of three parts. So I'll just draw a line to segregate it. So first part, topmost part, the middle part, and the bottommost part. So we know already what is these three parts are actually. First part is actually heap memory. Middle part is stack memory. And the third part is code section. Now, whenever a function is called, activation record or room will be created inside your stack memory. So initially when remove duplicates was called, activation record will be created inside stack memory. And inside this activation record, all the memory blocks required for the current call will be allocated inside this. So there are two blocks that need to be created. One is pointer P, the other one is pointer Q. So create two blocks. 1 minute. So create two blocks, whereas one block name we can just assign it as P. The next block we are going to assign it as Q. What instead of P initially what we will start with? We will start with the address of first node. Q, address of second node. So what is the address of first node? 1 minute. So let us check what is the address of first node. Address of first node is 200. What is the address of second node? Which is 230. So P will be taking 200, Q will be taking 230. Okay, so instead of P, let us provide 200. And instead of Q, let us provide 230. Fine. Okay, fine. Now, what is the first line of the function? Q not equal to null. Yes, Q is not equal to null. True. I enter inside. There is one more condition inside, where is P of data equal to Q of data. Let me just verify whether 200 data and 230 of data is equal to same. 200 data is 3, 230 of data is 5. Both are not same, so the condition evaluates to false. So you will be entering into else block, where you have a recursive call, but it's a function call. So whenever there is a function call, create an activation record for that call, and for every function call you will be taking two memory block. So let me take two memory block inside this activation record. So number 1 and node number 2. Now let us consider this as node number 1. Let us consider this as node number Q. Okay, this is node number, this is block P and this is pointer Q. Okay, pointer P, pointer Q. Now, what you're passing when you're calling P of next and Q of next, you're passing. What is P of next? For 200 of next is actually 230, that we already know. So Q of next, what is 230 of next is a question. So 230 of next, we will check what it is. 230 of next is 320. 200 of next 230. 230 of next is 320. So we will go here. We will take 320 here. So 320. Okay. Then again we will come to first line. Check Q not equal to null. Yes, Q, 1 minute. Yes. Checking Q not equal to null. Yes, Q not equal to null. Because Q is now, okay, 1 minute. I think, yeah, Q not equal to null because Q is having 320 now. So Q not equal to null. So I enter inside. Again, there is a check if P of data equal to Q of data. So P of data equal to Q of data. So 230 of data and 320 of data. I think both the nodes are having 5, data 5. So both the data are equal, so the condition becomes true. If P of data equal to Q of data becomes true. So now I will enter inside. What is the first line? P of next equal to Q of next. So in P of next, we have to store Q of next. So what is 320 of next? Q of next. 320 of next is 390. 390 should be stored in P of next, which is 230 of next. So 390 have to be taken and it has to be stored here. Okay, one process over. What is the next line? 1 minute. Okay, so yeah, the next thing that we should do is recursive call or remove duplicates. Okay, so for this recursive call, I need to be creating a new activation record, and this will be having two different blocks for pointer P and pointer Q. So block 1, and we'll be creating block 2, and this block 1 we can name it as P. Okay, we will just increase the size. Okay, so second pointer we can call it as Q. Now instead of P, what you're sending back again P, which means 230 will be again remain the same. But instead of Q, you're sending P of next, which is 230 of next. What is 230 of next now? After changing this, deleting this, I think now P of next is having 390. 230 of next is having 390. So that 390 have to be passed as an argument now. Okay, so 390 will be here. So 390 will be the new value of Q. Again, I go for first line. Q not equal to null. Yes, Q not equal to null. Enter inside. Checking if P of data equal to Q of data. We will check 230 of data and 390 of data. 230 of data is 5 and 390 of data is 8. Both are not same. So this condition will be evaluated to false. So enter into else part where the same function is again getting called. So recursive call. So instead of the recursive call, I will just create one more activation record, inside which we are going to create two separate blocks, block 1 and block 2. Block 1 is going to have the name P, and block 2 is going to have variable Q. So what you are passing instead of P value and Q value? P of next and Q of next. What is P of next? P of next is 390, that we know. So it is 390. But what is Q of next? What is 390 of next? That we need to check, right? So 390 of next that we need to check. 390 of next is 1 minute. So here in the argument we have P of next comma Q of next. So what is going to be 230 of next? 230 of next is of course 390. What is Q of next? That is 390 of next. That we need to check, right? So 390 of next is actually, it was 450. Before the changes it was 450. So let me take that 450 again. Okay, so it's like 450. So again this Q will be having 450. Okay, now we will start from first line. If Q not equal to null, yes, Q not equal to null. Then if P of data equal to Q of data, so P is 390, Q is 450. So 390 of data and 450. 390 of data is 8. 450 of data is also 8. The condition evaluates to true. Enter inside. P of next equal to Q of next. What is Q of next now? 450 of next. 450 of next is null. That null will be stored here in P of next, which is 390 of next. Yes, we made that change already. And after doing this change, what we need to do? We need to make a recursive call. For which we need to create an activation record now. So a new activation record will be created for that particular call. And it will be taking two argument blocks, two blocks for P pointer and Q pointer. So one pointer we will name it as P, first pointer P, second pointer is Q. instead of p, what we are sending again the value of p. So what is the value of p? 390. So the same 390 we are again sending it. What is the value? What is the next thing? Instead of q, we are passing p of next. So what is p of next now? 390 of next was now having 390 of next is now having null. So null have to be assigned to q now. So q will be holding null. Now again I will start q not equal to null. Q not equal to null is wrong condition. So it is evaluated to false because q equal to null. So I will come out of if condition. I have closed curly braces of r remove. So because of that I will delete this activation record. Then I will enter into the next activation, immediate activation area. This activation record, I think we executed up to this remove. After this remove, what is there any other line to be executed? No other line. So we will directly go to close curly braces of the function. So this activation record also will be deleted. Activation record gets deleted. And again, I will move to the next activation record. This activation record is this line. This R remove duplicate was executed here. This line. After this line, is there any other code? No code is available. So I can directly I can just delete it. So this activation area gets deleted and I will be entering into the next activation record. So for any activation record, there is no other lines to be hereafter executed. So what I can do is I can just simply delete. I can just simply delete all this activation area. Fine. Now if you just go and look your linked list, completely all the duplicate elements are removed. So now you can take the address of the first node and you can now keep on just printing the linked list. Automatically you will not have any duplicate elements hereafter. Right? So yes, the recursive approach also we have done it here. Now next video we will do the implementation of both iterative as well as recursive approach. Right? Thank you, students.